What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we are opening a box of Trial by Frost, the new expansion, the first proper expansion of Altered. Now, Altered is a TCG we've not talked about enough on this channel, quite frankly. Oh, should mention, shout out to the lovely folks at Asmodee. This was sent to me by free as a gift by the lovely folks at Asmodee. I love this game. They sent me some stuff from the first set, a couple of starter decks, a few booster packs. They sent me a box of the second set. So shout out to them for being kind and sending me this. Now, Altered, I love Altered. And look, by now you should know on this channel that I'm pretty honest with you guys. So the deal is this: if I don't like a game, I'm not going to cover it. Simple as that. I've been offered plenty of stuff by other card game companies in the past, to which my response has been, nah, I'm cool. Like, I don't want to be rude, but I don't really want to cover your game. I don't really want to tell people how good it is. I don't believe in that. I'm sorry, I'm not covering it. That's happened a bunch. Altered, I adore Altered. Also, we'll get there in a minute. So we got your leader cards, which you kind of build your deck around, or your hero cards. And the art on these, all new, all lovely. Big fan of the artwork. Now, there's a few things you need to know about this card game, or I'll chat through as we open these packs. Because they're unique cards. Hey, Magpen Hoarder, that's cool. And unique cards are, well, literally completely unique. Now, okay. These are kind of the, what they call the area cards, the biome cards. Essentially, it plays very differently to a regular TCG. This is one of the TCGs. My wife and I played this, and she really got into it. She really enjoyed it. It's basically you kind of set up and you go on quests and you have to try and get to the middle. It's different to what you see from most TCGs. But you get proper job unique cards. And these are very much kind of one-of-one cards. They are altered versions, see where we're going with this, of existing cards in the set. And it is a completely unique one-of-one card. Now, couple of questions we always have with unique one-of-one cards. Well, hang on a second. What happens? Okay. Now, this is a particularly cool card. This is a unique foiler. We'll get to that in a minute, but this is a very cool card. But I don't want to, for obvious reasons, don't want to show you the code for that one. Sorry. And basically, when you get unique cards, the biggest issue is, well, what if I lose it, etc., etc. Well, you can buy cards online. You can order. There are little codes on each card, and essentially you can register all of these cards, and then also we'll get to that, we'll get to Santa Claus in a minute, all right? But you can register all your cards in the app, and then essentially what that does is it gives you ownership of that card. Harry Potter Otter, that's amazing. And then you get to basically go online and order your card as much as you want. You can order extra copies of your card. And essentially you can go and kind of pick them up. So if you need, they're unique cards, how do I get a play set? Go and buy extra. And then there's a question of, well, hang on a second. And I believe the way it works is essentially that you get to register your card. And then when you go to events, you have to actually be the kind of the person who owns that unique card. So if there's a broken one, you can't just sell it to every player and then everyone's got the same card. So I love that. But that foiler card I showed you a minute ago is basically what you can do is you can essentially attach the foiler card to a card on your online profile. I believe this is all correct. I'm doing this from memory, but I'm pretty sure this is right. And then essentially you can then order foil versions of that card. But if you want to order a unique card as a foil, you need a unique foiler to essentially pair with it on your profile. There's common, there's uncommon, there's unique, there's one for every rarity. But for me personally, it's actually like really important. Well, for a lot of it, say for me personally. For pretty much everybody, you really want to get a, there's your token card. So in the back of every pack, you get a token, or you get like a, cannot remember what the word is, I'm so sorry. But basically like a location card, or you get a foiler card. And the unique foilers obviously are huge because you need a unique foiler to be able to order foil copies of your unique cards. Now we haven't hit a unique card. They've got kind of gold all over the top. The unique cards are 1 in 8 packs, 12.5% chance. I got a couple from the packs they sent me before. I was ordering some binders online at one point. And, oh, there we go. Nice. Good timing. Fire Rabbit. And this is how it's set out as a unique card. So we've got all the stats there and you've got all the abilities. But what I'm going to do after I've recorded this video, I'm going to go online and see what the regular, and there are a couple different versions of each card and they're different to the unique. But I'm going to go and see essentially what the deal is with regular Fire Rabbit and then see if I like this better or not. I don't believe I've pulled a Fire Rabbit yet. I don't remember seeing one so far. So, you know, when I get a regular Fire Rabbit, I can sit and have a look and go, all right, how does that compare to my unique one? And, you know, this version of Fire Rabbit, and, you know, as with unique cards, you know, the deal is that maybe it's better, maybe it's worse. I might have the worst version of Fire Rabbit in existence. I might have the best version of Fire Rabbit in existence. But do remember, you know, we've done card games on this channel for a while now. One of the things to remember about, one of the things to remember about card games is the meta changes. So one of the really, a second unique foiler card, like that. But one of the really cool things about card games is that the metagame changes over time, right? So you need to, you know, put your unique cards away because you might look at them and then go and play, you know, a few games, have a look at the meta and go, okay, there's a regular Fire Rabbit. We'll look at that in a second. And you might look at that and go, well, that's terrible. That's a terrible card. But all it takes is a new set, a couple new cards, or even just a shift in the metagame without any unique cards. And then all of a sudden, that unique card that you thought was terrible, and maybe it was at the time, has now actually become good. Right. Okay. Few other things we need to talk about as we go through. Seriously, so much love for this game. I love the art style. I love the idea of unique cards. Like when I bought the one random pack with a bunch of binders at one point, I needed to get over the shipping threshold at a particular site. So I just bought a, just one random booster pack. And I was like, well, I'm going to go for a random altered booster pack. And I pulled a unique card. 1 in 8 chance. Wonderful. And that's the thing. Like that's what would keep me kind of coming back to this game is the idea of unique cards. Now, there is a potential downside here of what if there's somebody out there that pulls just like a ridiculous unique card. And then all of a sudden they've got this gigantic advantage over like everybody else. Yeah, that would suck. But, you know what? That's a risk we have to take. Now, I'm wondering if something has happened. Nope, it hasn't. I've got a rare foiler at the back of this pack, so now I can go and foil a rare card of my choosing. Okay, and there's your hero card. Come on, focus. So, with a 1 in 8, 36 packs in a box, 1 in 8 chance of getting a unique, we should get 4 or 5. There's a 4.5 should be the average that you get in a box. We've hit 1 so far. We'll have to see how we go. Right, let's compare this rabbit card quickly. So, you'll notice there that instead of a 1-1-0, it's a 1-2-1. Instead of a free 1 cost, it's a free 1. But instead of just having fleeting, then, well, you may gain fleeting if you do. Another character gains 1 boost. But on this one, you may gain fleeting if you do create a token in each of your expeditions. And if you control 3 or more characters, up to 1 target character gains a sleep. So, just a significantly more powerful version of Fire Rabbit, but a bit more expensive. Honestly, in order to really figure out how good your unique cards are, you really would need to sit down and compare it to... Because when you get, and you'll see there, like, how different that is to... how different it is to the regular we've seen there, the non-unique. Well, at that point, you're kind of comparing it to other cards. And actually, you'll notice there that it's a kind of a similar one, different faction. But other than that, it has actually got the same stats. Yeah, same card, but for a different faction at that point. That's kind of cool. Oh. Now, this is one of the cards I was going to show you in a minute. The Snow Queen. I know we pulled a Snow Queen. It's Elsa. I mean, it's not called Elsa, but it is Elsa. And there, it's gone from a 7/7 to a 7/9. But it's gone from a 3/3/3 to a 4/4/3. And they're both eternal. This one says exhausted characters in the reserve remain exhausted during morning. This one says the same thing, but it also lets you put a card from your hand in reserve, and if you do, send a target character to the reserve. We haven't got time to go into all of the details here, but again, it's just a better version, although it's more to pay from the reserve. Very, very, very cool card. Now, which brings me to my next point about Altered. Why have I suddenly gone blurry on the face cam? This brings me to my next point about Altered. Why is Elsa in Altered? Why is the little match girl in Altered? Why is Santa Claus in Altered? What they've gone and done, and I adore this, the French team behind the game, what they've gone and done is they've basically gone, all right, you know what? We're not doing, licensed IP or any of that. We've got a bunch of new characters, and we're going to take a bunch of essentially license-free characters. Santa Claus, the Snow Queen, the little match girl. Characters you will remember from other places. Other, the old stories, fables, things of that nature. And then they brought them into the game as well. And I think that's absolutely wonderful. I think that's a brilliant, brilliant idea. I adore that they've done this. Because you get to play a game with, like, Santa Claus. And Elsa. Okay, sorry. The Snow Queen. Persephone. The goddess Persephone. It also means that you can kind of test your knowledge of traditional stories and fables and myths and all of that. We've got a common foiler in the back here as well. So we can foil up some cards. And you'll see we got the hero here. I do. And the one thing that makes me sad about this game, but the only thing that makes me sad about this game, there's no local scene where I live. So it's very hard for me to actually go out and start, playing a whole bunch of games. Because I mean this very sincerely. I do enjoy this game. And look, this is a sponsored video, ad and all of that. I was sent this for free by Asmodee to show you guys. It is a sponsored video. But the thing is, and actually it was a nice surprise. I wasn't even warned this was coming. Just dropped my kids to school yesterday. I came home and I was like, hang on a second. That's kind of awesome. Just turned up at home and all of a sudden I've got this waiting for me. It's lovely. But the thing is, there's no obligation here. It wasn't, they sent me a message being like, hey, Wassy, do you want to do an opening? But heads up, you've got to do this video. No. I didn't, it wasn't I had to say nice things. I didn't even have to do an opening. There was no, I could have not even tweeted out. I could have pretended it never arrived. The reason I'm doing an opening and chatting about this game is I really want you guys to try out Altered. I want you guys to give it a go. I love the unique cards. I think that's a really cool twist. I love being able to order new cards online, although I've not actually done that yet. I need to go and check out how exactly that works. I love the idea that they're bringing in these license-free characters from various kind of properties and fables and all of that. I think that's really fun. But honestly, I just love unique cards. Firstly, I love getting unique cards, but then I love the idea. I mean, when I'm deck building with Altered, it's really simple. And it does make it more awkward, because obviously, with a regular trading card game, you go online, you look up, like, the best way to build a particular deck, you build it, you're off. Doesn't work that way with Altered. Now, there is the standard set of cards, and you can go and play that. I've shown you a couple of different Fire Rabbit, but actually, you can then start bringing in unique cards. Ebenezer Scrooge! Ha! That's really cool. He's a bureaucrat. I love that. But when you get to the stage of, bringing in your unique cards, then it actually changes quite a bit. Because it's not, there's a rare foiler in there. It's not just that you can all of a sudden kind of bring in new things that other people haven't brought in. you can completely change the way a deck builds. Because your version of this character could have a skill that nobody else has. And then, oh, Jack Frost. Ha. And then all of a sudden, you're actually able to pull off combos other people can't. Now, I had a look previously when I pulled a couple of unique cards to actually see what was going on. And essentially, there's lots of unique cards that are kind of derivations. It's one stat different for a different unique card, or, you know, they've added this skill, they've swapped these two skills, whatever. But that doesn't matter. You are going to find some different ways to build, and that just makes me so happy. Oh, I want a unique Santa Claus. Oh, hello. There's our third unique card. It is Eros. Is Eros the god of love? Am I making that up? We have pulled an Eros previously. Nice. Huh. Discarding a character. So essentially you play characters and then they go to the reserve and then they go away and they're going on trials and all of that. So that one lets you discard a character from your reserve to lower a cost by 3. So if you've got a character in your reserve that isn't really doing very much, then all of a sudden you can lower a cost by 3. That seems pretty good. I'm just saying. That seems like it could be kind of fun. As with these, you know, I'm going to need to really sit down and have a good old look to determine exactly how good all of these unique cards are. But it's going to be fun finding out. Right, I should get one more unique card. That should be kind of a given at this point. One more unique should be standard. The question is whether we get one more or two more. Like I say, 1 in 8, 12.5%. Okay, that's not Maui. It looked a little bit like Maui for a minute there. It's the tattoos that were doing it. But no. No, it's not a Maui tattoo. That's a little bit sad. Might still be a cool character though. Also, I'm fairly sure Maui is not rights free at this point. Okay, there's your magic beans and your recruits. You know, like Elsa isn't rights free. However, you know, the Snow Queen is, for instance. But it does kind of, you do get that fun thing when you're opening packs, you're like, what's that based on? Who's that? Oh, I love this game. Very, very cool. And not, is he Ebenezer Scrooge and Santa Claus? That makes me so happy. Right. Lost in the Woods and Mana Moth. All right. I'm actually going to, you're not going to notice this. I'm going to pick my kids up from school. You're going to see a very quick dip in the, or quick skip in the video. And then I'm going to be back and open the rest of the packs. You won't even notice it. For me, it's now 40 minutes later. For you guys, well, you just saw the video skip a tiny bit. And now we're here. Right. Last few packs we've got, well, kind of third of a box, really. We should be getting at least one more unique card, maybe two. Maybe we get super lucky and get more than two. But then again, maybe we get super unlucky. I don't know if they're actually seeded to guarantee 4 in a box. I'd like to think so. But I don't actually know for certain. We've got Little Match Girl, Winter Nova, and a token. Nice. So far, I want a Santa Claus. We got Snow Queen, Eros, and Fire Rabbit. I think they're pretty good, like character-wise. I really like that those are unique ones we've gotten. Oh, we got a rare foiler. That's cool. But I'll be honest with you, and I think they look pretty good. But again, it's, you know, it's hard to actually tell properly one way or t'other until we really sit down and do a lot of research. No, that's not a unique. It's just a bit green. Oh, that, however, is a unique. Ordis Night Warden. We've got a lot of packs left. I think we might get... Oh, no, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. So we've got Ordis Night Warden, the Bureaucrat. Very nice. Okay. Again, it's the only annoying thing, and it's not really that annoying. But, you know, when I get a unique card, I instantly want to be like, right, how good is this? And the reality is, it's not that easy. It's not like it's the regular character. Everything's exactly the same. Oh, but hang on a second. They have changed one stat. It's not that simple. Like, you know, we saw with Fire Rabbit earlier where the cost has changed and the stats have changed and the skills have changed. So makes things a lot more awkward, but kind of in a fun way. But I do, like, I don't know if, I'm assuming I'm not the only one here. But I do, when I'm doing deck building, I only ever really want to build around a unique character. And obviously will be, when I find that deck, I'll be ordering a playset of foil versions of my unique character because, you know, then that's the best way to do it. But I do feel like that's how you're going to gain an edge as well. Ooh, right. So we've got Eros here. Same cost, but it's gone 355 to 688. So all the skills have gone up by 3, and you're not paying any more. And then you may immediately play a character for 3 less, it gains 2 boosts. You may discard a character from your reserve. If you do, you may immediately play a character for 3 less. So the skill is not actually as good, because you've got to discard a character from your reserve and you don't get the boosts. But skill-wise, you go from a 355 to a 688. So there's a nice example where the skill's not as good. Well, no, the skill's just not as good. I'm trying to find a counter argument there, but I don't think I can. The skill's not as good, but the stats gain a massive boost. Like each skill is free, like each of the stats is free higher, and you're not paying any more. Oh, Heimdall! Ah, cool. Very nice. Like that one. You got Jack Frost. Gotta love that penguin. Moth to a Flame. Frozen Delivery. I like Rocket Puffin. Rocket Puffin's cool. Flutter of Moths, and there's your token. Right. What are we doing here, pack-wise? Right, we got 7 packs. So we've just opened one. We should, you know, if it is 1 per 8 packs, we should still get a unique. Oh, I got a unique foiler. That's nice. That's 3 unique foilers in the box now. Annoyingly, it means I'm not actually going to be able to get all of my uniques as foils, but that's where I need to be reserved a little bit. I need to figure out which of my unique cards I really want to foil, which are going to be the most use, so I can make sure that I'm using my unique foilers for those cards. Don't want to foil the wrong one and then not have a unique foiler for the one I do want. Maybe I just need to play, you know, go online, get a few decks, buy a few singles, build those decks, get my wife to just sit here and grind games with me where we figure out what the best decks are and then start building a deck built around my unique card. Okay. Right, come on, one more. I'd love a unique Santa. I want a really good unique Santa. That would make me super happy. Oh, imagine like a busted Santa deck. Like there's some cool characters we've seen here, like Ebenezer Scrooge. And, yeah, see, look at the tattoos there. Look at the tattoos. They really look very Maui-like in that they look like tattoos that kind of show the adventures he's been on. It's very cool. And there's Ebenezer Scrooge again. And there's Heimdall. Ah, yes, there we go. Flawed prototype. 4/4 cost-wise, 6/4/6 stat line. With a card from your hand in reserve. If it's a permanent, sabotage. Otherwise, you can exhaust target card in reserve. Sacrifice another robot or permanent. If you can't, send me to the... Oh, that's not ideal. Oh, okay. So I don't love that you got to sacrifice a robot or permanent or you go to the reserve. But other than that, it looks very good. Cool, right. I'm not expecting any more unique now. I'll be honest with you. Like I say, unique coming 1 in every 8 packs, 12.5%. So 36 card boxes, you should get 4.5. Or to put it another way, you should get 4 with a 50-50 chance of getting a 5th. We've hit a 5th. Makes me very happy. Okay. Then I need to go through later and figure out... Oh, there's all this Night Warden. We can do a little comparison. So what have we got? It's gone from a 2/2/2 to a 1/0/0. So it's cheaper and a lot weaker. Okay. But you can gain 2 boosts, which makes it better. Okay. And if you gain a sleep, target character gains 1 boost and fleeting. Okay. And exhaustive resupply. I think I like that more. I'll be honest with you. I think my version's a bit better. Weak. But then again, if you get the boost, it's not weaker. But I quite like it. Didn't get my unique Santa. I got a common foiler. I think I want to build a robot deck. I think that's what I want to do. I want to build a robot deck. If anyone's got a good robot deck, link me in the description, or link me in the comments, would ya? I would very much like to see that. Right, 2 packs remaining. Not expecting any more unique cards. We've already gotten pretty lucky, like I say. 4 and a bit, 4 and a chance of a 5th is standard. Come on. Also want to see how many of the regular cards I've got, because I like building out a binder with all the cards. That makes me happy. Right, Geyser, the Machine, and the Ice. Just saying. Iceberg Tiger, and a Manamoth, and 1 more pack remaining. I wouldn't actually need them out anymore. They were used for lovely comparison. But yeah, the hits here, there's no you don't get foil cards in the packs, but you do get the foiler cards. That means you can make any card foil. And yeah, the hits here are the unique cards. That's what you're looking for. And there is a chance that you hit a unique card that's so good, it just gives you a huge advantage going forward. Okay, we got so, and that is the end. So, we got 5 unique cards in the end. I think that's pretty good, personally. I am a fan. I love this game. Seriously, like, one more shout out to Asmodee for sending this to us. It was really kind of them. Really appreciate it. I know I'm a little bit biased and it is a sponsored video. Please take that, as is. But I'm telling you guys, this game is really, really fun to play mechanically. And then, hunting for unique cards and building decks around those unique cards just gives a really nice, fun challenge that you just don't get in other card games. I'm not saying anything bad about other card games. They've all got good things about them. But it is to say something unique and good about Altered. The fact that you've got that skill of, all right, I've got this unique card. It's different to any card anyone else has ever had, hence unique. How do I build a deck around it? That's what really, excites me and gets me, into this game. I really like it. So yeah, give it a try if you like. It's a sponsored video, so do, as always, take it with a pinch of salt. But when I came home from dropping my kids to school yesterday and I found this booster box, I was delighted because I wasn't expecting it. And it was a lovely little surprise. Oh, by the way, foilers. So in one box, I ended up with 2 common, 3 rare, and 3 unique. They are the ratios of the foilers that I got. Right. So yeah, if you tried Altered, tell me what you think about it. If you haven't, I highly recommend trying it out. And yeah, shout out to Asmodee. And usual thing, comment, like, subscribe, look after yourselves till next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays. Bye.